At center, Zaza Pachulia. At center, Zaza Pachulia. Your 6'5" guard.
A Sunday afternoon with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. It's a Grizzlies home game. The fans around us amped up here in the FedEx Forum. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Darren Williams out there with Matthews. And it's Pachulia in at the 5, down low.
And Dirk Nowitzki last season, I felt like the first time we saw real signs of wear and tear from all the years of him playing. His field goal percentage, points per game, rebounds, all off his career averages. And that said, though, he's still a crafty, dangerous guy to have to go up against.
That's the Grizzlies' first basket of the game.
And so it's Dallas with it. Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Dave Yeager. Doris, what do you have to say?
We talked about the problems a player like Darren Williams presents, and he didn't hesitate, saying that Williams' combination of size and speed are major areas of concern, saying Darren is such a handful physically, there's no way to keep him out of the paint with a single defender. It's simply not possible. Guys, we've seen it so often.
Thank you, Doris. And he gets the bucket. Nowitzki's got his second basket of the game.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Conley kicks to Randolph. Here's Green. Cannot hit. Parsons with some nice D. And here are the Mavericks now. Here's Pachulia, and he uses the glass on the layup. Pachulia's got his first points of the game.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Lee outside. Green left side. Outside Gasol. Shot clock at 6. And the wide open shot from Green. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. The Mavericks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game.
Well, I tell you, the Grizzlies guys were really dominant in the first half of the season last year, but after the All-Star break, barely played above 500.
Now here's Parsons. Williams kicks to Nowitzki. Shot clock at 5. Pachulia dishes to Williams. Good work defensively by Conley.
Well, they finally missed on their 4th shot of the game. That's a good way to start things off.
Gasol up top. To the paint. Here's Randolph. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Villanueva's checked in. And they're running. Moving it up. Here's Green. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And Memphis would end up going 16-13 over the back half of last season. Down the stretch, they would only go 5 up and 5 down in the final 10.
Yeah, and Kevin, all those games so important as they jockeyed for position in the West. It was so fluid and volatile down the stretch. They could have been anywhere from a 2nd seed to a 6th on any given day, and they just happened to slump at the wrong time.
Got a piece of it. And now Matthews pushing it up. No one back to stop him. 1:30 left to play in the first. Gasol kicks to Conley. Lots of room. But they recover it. Knocked loose. Williams with the steal. Fast break Dallas. Williams is running. And Parsons slams it in.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Brandon Wright's checked in for Randolph. Barnes comes in for Jeff Green. Tony Allen's checked in for Lee. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. Dallas also making some changes. Anderson, he's checked in for Chandler Parsons. Harris comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Berea subbed in for Williams. Now we know the Marcus Gasol was one of the most sought-after free agents this past summer. Clark all along most figured he'd be back in Memphis.
Yep, a winning team, max dollars. And don't forget now, he went to high school in Memphis while his brother Powell played there. He's where he belongs.
Marcus Gasol, a first-time All-Star starter last season. He and his brother Powell both starting in that game. The first time that's ever happened in league history, and having both those guys go head-to-head.
He took good advantage of that screen. 8 points for Nowitzki.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Rejected by Nowitzki. Anderson passes to Harris. Can't connect from short range. The Grizzlies trail by 4. And Udrich kicks to right. There's the screen. Pass to Barnes. Right against Villanueva. Right dishes to Udrich. Shot clock at 3. And the layup is good.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get in.
All right, fans, let's get up. Let's get loud for yours.
And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time scoring rankings. He talked about the remarkable journey of his long and illustrious career.
When I first got here, my first year was so tough that I didn't really know that I can make it in this league. To be named with all these names is an unbelievable honor, and it's been a crazy ride.
Dirk has proven himself through the test of time. As tough as it may have been back in his rookie year, he overcame those obstacles to become this elite NBA player, Clark, destined for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, people now talk about players being a Dirk Nowitzki type. And that's a type any team would like to have. One of the greatest power forwards in NBA history, for sure.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Dallas.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle, Conley and Allen in the backcourt, and it's Carter in at the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Gasol passes to Conley. It's stolen by Berea. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And Matthews gets it to go in on the assist by Berea. Matthews has got 4 points this quarter. The Grizzlies trail by 6.
You look at Dallas, and that team didn't rely too much on the mid-range or the short game last season, but they could have. They shot 70% from 12 feet and in, excluding drives. That's pretty good.
Gasol kicks to Conley. Back to Gasol. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Now here's Berea, covered by Conley. Villanueva with a screen on Conley. Layup off the pick. Matthews dishes to Pachulia. Villanueva rejected by Gasol. Here's Villanueva. The Grizzlies pull it in. Outside Conley. The pass to Randall. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. For the Mavs, and that 70% shooting from 12 feet and in. A lot of Dirk high posts and push shots from their guards will do that.
It isn't the most efficient shot by analytics, but there is a lot to be had in the mid-range. If teams only protect the 3 and the rim, you can feast on them with the little short push shots, and the Mavs did that last season.
Over in the corner, Matthews. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. The dish now to Pachulia. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. Pachulia's got his second bucket.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
And when you watch Wes Matthews, you see he's just a fantastic perimeter defender, Clark. He can match up well at either the 2 or the 3.
His combination, Kevin, of length and strength and lateral movement make him an outstanding defensive player.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Carter. And Lee's subbed in for Allen. And then for Dallas, Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Pachulia. Jeremy Evans comes in for Charlie Villanueva. And Darren Williams is subbed in for J.J. Barea.
2 minutes left.
Lee against Parsons. Pass to Williams. It's Matthews on the wing. From 18 feet away. Good. A nice assist for Williams. Matthews has got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs.
And for Matthews, you know, he knows that he's a strong defender. And so last year, his claim was that he was the best two-way shooting guard in the NBA.
And again, Memphis no good. Mavericks leading by 6. Nowitzki outside. Nobody near Williams. It's good from long range.
For 3.
Listen, he has a chance to be considered the best two-way player at his position, and not sure if he is the clear-cut winner of that debate, but he is in the conversation.
Conley, the pass to Gasol. He feeds it to Green. They need this. There's the bucket. Good. Green's got 7.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. White, he's checked in for Gasol. Barnes comes in for Zach Randolph. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. Anderson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Harris comes in for Wesley Matthews. Here's Nowitzki. And no good, trying to use the glass.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And Green gets it to go.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Williams against Lee. And it's Harris off the drive. Here's Evans, and it's right, sending it back. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Lee kicks to Green. Lee outside. Green, the screen. Udrich dishes to Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. Lee with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Here's Green. Terrific design on the pick foot, and he lays it in. Now just a 1-point Maverick lead. And the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And the first half comes to a conclusion.